Yes.
We
So the main frame.
Yep.
So I think we can do that. We can do 4 pieces and put that. Let's try.
That's ambitious, but I'm,
right.
I'm willing to go for it.
All right.
All right.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Together.
Happy New Year. You gonna say welcome to Break Hard Orchard?
No, you do that part. Okay.
Welcome to Break Hard Orchard. Today, we're gonna try to put another 4 pieces of wall B in place. The only reason we're not trying to put the last piece of wall B in here is because over here it's going to actually tie into one of the fir posts, and I'm not ready to put that in. First challenge we're going to have is I've got to cut away and move this wall, because as I mentioned before, I built it all the way up to the sill plate, not thinking about the fact that I have to seat the SIPS panels down between the interior wall and the foot plate. Not a big deal. I can cut that away pretty easily. We're going to be doing something a little bit differently today than we have been doing prior. On the OSB splines that go inside this slot here, previously we were using the expanding foam. I was looking at the instructions and thinking about how much difficulty I was having putting those panels together, and I contacted the SIPS manufacturer, and they told me that what I should be putting in here is the SIP seal. I should be laying a bead of SIP seal on the inside edge here, placing that OSB spline in, nailing it into place on one side, putting a bead on the other side, putting it together, and then every foot or so after this is fully assembled, you drill a hole straight in the middle to the center, and you fill the center with expanding foam until it comes out the next hole that you've drilled. So that's a little bit of a difference from what we were doing. Shouldn't be that big of a deal. Hopefully it'll make it easier for us to get this all assembled. And with some of the other tricks that we've picked up over the last week or so, I think we'll be able to pull this into place a little easier. I don't think it's going to be easy, but a little bit easier. And I'll take any advantage we can get, because struggling constantly is no fun. It's a little bit windy today. We're going to have to basically time it so that the wind dies down, we lift the panel into place. Some of the gusts we've had have been well over 10 miles an hour. I think trying to lift one of those panels up would easily be like holding a sail and pull us across the yard. As I mentioned before, we're going to try a little bit different technique. Instead of using the expanding foam inside there, we have put the SIP seal in there. Watched the last episode that we put up, you saw that we had a lot of trouble getting these panels in place here, and this one had to come down and get put back up a couple of times, and it actually chewed that corner up pretty bad. It's not going to be any kind of a problem. We're talking about maybe 2 inches across here on both sides. I'll be able to fix that, but it was just one of those things that if we had been able to be successful putting it up the first time, that wouldn't have happened. One of the things that we've done is I took these lifting plates and I mounted one to the outside and one to the inside so that I can use this ratchet strap to help pull that panel tight against it. Something that doesn't always show in the videos is just how much massaging it takes with a sledgehammer and a block to get these in. When there's a little bit of a gap, I end up beating on these things for a good 15-20 minutes, and you're racing against how long it's going to be for the expanding foam or whatever adhesive you might have on there before that locks up on you. It should be easier with this one because the SIP seal stays pliant a little bit longer. So I think using the combination of the ratchet strap and that block and hammer will probably make it a lot easier for us to get this in place. At least that's what I'm hoping. We are experimenting and trying to make things work a little bit better and to get tighter seals all the way across. Well, we're ready to put this other panel in, and in an effort to avoid repeating this situation where we chewed up the bottom corner, I went ahead and screwed a block in, standing about a 1/4 inch proud, so it should bear all of the weight and not put any stress on those corners. Once we get it in and situated, I'll unscrew it. It's only screwed in at 2 points on each side. Take that block out, and then we should be able to seat it downward onto this foot plate and not have that issue. Baby, you're pulling. Pulling, you can pull me down. All right, let's kick this over that way a bit. Here we go. I'll guide it. What's in place. How close are we?
We have probably half an inch.
I'm gonna push down.
Now we have an inch.
All right.
It's still high. What a concrete thing.
What that was.
It's only got like 2 millimeters, babe. I was like, wow, that looks really good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, it's touchy, so it ain't going nowhere. That's as down as it's gonna go. And that is good. It's nice and plump. What about in and out? Nice. Very nice. That's perfect. I'm pretty happy with that. And I'm pretty happy with that.
We should eat lunch.
I think we should eat lunch. I think you're right. That is touching on the inside. That is touching on the outside. And that is a very tight seal all the way from top to bottom. Really can't complain about that. That one worked out pretty nice. Grab a sandwich, come back, try the next one. Well, it has eaten up a lot of prep time getting ready to try and put this piece in, which is the top of the window. Had to build the header, put the header in place. I put together a temporary jack. We were thinking about using the excavator to try and get this in here, but we think that we can do it without the excavator using this temporary jack we put together and a couple of ratchet straps. We're gonna find out if we are correct or if we are wrong. Won't be able to do this with a real big piece. Maybe this will work. We're gonna give it a shot. Yep, that didn't work. Well, that is all we got time for. We should have cut working a while ago. Called it quits. I was pushing hard trying to get this last panel up, but that's not gonna happen tonight. It's too dangerous. So we're gonna come back here on the weekend We got 2 good days of weather forecast for us. We should be able to come up here, finish this wall, and start working on the other side. Trying to stand it up with that temporary jack stand was a really stupid and dangerous idea, and somebody could have gotten hurt. As I said when I started doing this, I'm going to show you the things that I do that don't work and the mistakes I make. That was definitely a mistake. Don't do that. Anything like that that goes up from here on, I'm using the excavator to hoist it up there. It's a no-brainer. Thanks for watching. Hope you all come back and check us out again. We'll see you next time at Break Hard Orchard.